Hola chicos, hoy es miércoles 4 de noviembre de 2020. I'm actually recording this as the 3rd of November, and that's why you might see a little I voted sticker. So, anyway, hope that you guys are all doing well. I know it's a really crazy week with the election and COVID cases and everything, so just encouragement to take a deep breath, let it out, and remember something that you're thankful for today, because we all have something to be thankful for. If you remember that video we watched regarding, what was it called? Living on $1 a day. A lot of students at this point in their education, where you guys are, would have to be taking care of their family right now. So one thing that we can all be thankful for is a good education. But anyway, I'm sure you have your own things to be thankful for, as do I. So just an encouragement to remember those today. This slide is going to look different than what it's going to look like for you tomorrow. I just wrote a few things to remind myself what I want to do, but the first thing I want to do is a little review from what we learned yesterday. So, this is the end of the presentation, 1 second. So what I want us to do is think of Estar with emotion. So if you need to remember the conjugations of Estar, please flip in your books to page página 115. 115. That's where you're going to find your conjugations of Estar. Remember, Estar means to be. We use it with location and emotion. Here we're learning about emotions. So what I want us to do for this activity is to conjugate Estar to match who we are talking about. You're going to choose the correct adjective as well, matching it based on number and gender of the person we're talking about. And those adjectives can be found on page 111, 111. Okay, so 111 and 115 are the pages you're wanting to use for this activity. Remember, just a key reminder that number means singular or plural, gender means male or female. We're doing this for our adjectives. Conjugations are for verbs, okay? So think verbs are action. We change the ending based on who's doing the action. Adjectives are descriptive words. We are changing, or we are matching that based on number and gender, right? So yes, note, we do not conjugate adjectives, verbs only. So here's a little chart I made. Conjugate, yes, you're going to conjugate these infinitives, right? They all end in AR, ER, or IR. I didn't put an IR one on here, but a good example would be escribir, to write. We are not conjugating our adjectives, cansado, emocionado, alto, bonito, estudioso. A lot of times when you'll see your adjectives in vocabulary, you'll have a parentheses A after them, right? Cansado or cansada, emocionado or emocionada, alto, alta, bonito, bonita, estudioso, estudiosa, etc., right? Because we're changing that based on gender. Also on number, right? You can add an S to any of these to make it plural when we're describing a plural person or people. All right, if that's clear as mud, let's go ahead and do this one. So, how would I say for this person, ella, what conjugation of Estar do I need to use? And what adjective am I going to use to describe her? Go ahead and pause the video until you figure it out. Ella está triste. A lot of times people want to say estás for when we're talking about someone else, but that's only when we're talking directly to them. When I'm talking about she, I'm talking to you about her. You see that third person there? Ella está triste. Remember, because triste ends in an E, we do not change it based on gender. Okay, so está triste, that works for both genders. What about this one? This is probably my favorite picture. He's so adorable. Él está contento, right? He looks so happy. Él está contento. What would you say for these chicas? Go ahead and pause the video so you can think of it on your own. Ellas están, that's your A in ending. Están, remember the accents too. Están emocionadas. Emocionadas. They're at a concert. They're so excited to see the Jonas Brothers, right? Or Justin Bieber. What about Tomás y yo? Tomás y yo. Tomás y yo estamos. This one doesn't have an accent. The only two conjugations of estar that are unaccented are the yo and nosotros forms, so the first person forms. All the others have an accent above the A. Tomás y yo estamos tranquilos. Tranquilos. Because there's two people, right? And we have at least one male, so we know it has to be tranquilos, masculine and plural. The verb estar, we conjugated to the nosotros form to say estamos. So just remembering, conjugate your verb, then match your adjective to who you're describing. Ustedes. Ustedes. How would you say this one? Ustedes están enojadas, right? Because they're both female. Están enojadas. That's your AS ending, matching that to who you're talking about, the two females, so plural and feminine. Están to talk about they, right? Or sorry, you all. Talk about you all. Finally, my last question is ¿Cómo estás tú? ¿Cómo estás tú? Obviously, you're not going to be able to respond to me, but I wish I could ask you in person and know a little bit more how you are doing. But you would need to respond with estoy and then an adjective that matches your singularity, right? You're just one person, and your gender. So I would say estoy contenta. Estoy tranquila. Okay? So answer that for yourself. All right, thanks for doing that warm up with me. Next thing we have is start with location. So go ahead and hopefully you're still on Página 115. We already talked about estar. Now we're going to use it with the following words of location. Let me see if I can make this just a little bit bigger for us. No, I cannot. All right. I don't know why it does this. There we go. Perfect. So we have al lado de, cerca de, debajo de, delante de, dentro de, detrás de, encima de, and lejos de. Now, where are they going to tell you what all these things mean? That is my question. You guys might have to look all the way at page 129 for those. 129 is the page on your books that has all of your vocab matched up English and Spanish. But anyway, this means next to, this means close to. Debajo de means underneath. Delante de means in front. Dentro de means inside. Detrás de means behind. Encima de means on top. And lejos de means far from. Actually, encima de, that doesn't mean on top. Encima de means, okay, yeah, on top of. I was thinking it meant inside of. So yes, encima de does mean on top. Just had to double check that really quick. Encima de, on top. So use the word de after the location word when a specific location is mentioned. When de is followed by the word el, they combine to form the contraction del. So, la biblioteca está al lado de la cafetería. Notice that since it's la cafetería, we just have these words separate. La tiza está encima del borrador. So this would be de el borrador, but we're combining those words. Del borrador. Okay, so go ahead and flip to page 129 in your books and go to the thing where it says say where things are located. Oh, don't tell me I need to log in again. Yes, I must log in. Gracias. Gracias. Thank you for your patience. Gracias por tu paciencia. Okay, say where things are located. Page view, Perfect. Al lado de, like I said, next to, cerca de, near to, debajo de, underneath, delante de, in front of, dentro de, inside of. Oh yes, dentro de. Okay, encima de, this is the one that usually I forget about. This is the one that messes me up the most. Dentro de, sí, inside of, detrás de, behind, encima de, on top of, and lejos de is far from. So keeping those things in mind, we're going to play a little game. I'm going to give you a few clues, and you have to tell me what I'm thinking of. This will practice what these vocabulary words. So, I'm thinking of something. Estoy pensando en algo que está al lado de la mochila. Está al lado de la mochila. Está cerca de el baloncesto o el basquetbol. Cerca de. Está encima de el libro. Encima del. Oh, I can combine de and el, so encima del libro. What am I talking about? El reloj. El reloj, right here. Muy bien. Okay, let's do it again. Estoy pensando en algo que está cerca de el papel. Cerca del papel, right? De el can be combined to del, so cerca del papel. Está cerca de un lápiz anaranjado. Un lápiz anaranjado. Está al dentro de la mochila. Y está cerca de del reloj. Está cerca del reloj. I'm talking about el lápiz verde. Muy bien. I have one more slide for this. Okay. Estoy pensando en algo que está lejos del reloj. Lejos del reloj. Está lejos de los libros. Está dentro de la mochila. Y está al lado de muchos lápices. What do you think I'm talking about? It is la calculadora. La calculadora. Muy bien, chicos. All right, so just wanted to practice a few of those with you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Let's see. Siéntense. What we're doing in my class today is we're going to be talking about these things and saying siéntense in your seat. So, for example, siéntense means sit down. So the game is if I say al lado de la silla, you go to the side of the chair. If I say, for example, lejos de la silla, you're going to go far away from the chair. Once I say siéntense, you're going to sit down as fast as you can, okay? And so, obviously, it's not going to have the same effect with you guys as it will in the classroom. But we can do a few of these, right? As you guys are at home, you need to get up, you need to get moving. It's good for your brain. So we'll just do it one round. Okay, one round. Go ahead, stand up where your chair is and stand al lado de la silla. La silla means the chair. Al lado de la silla. You should be next to your chair right now. Go ahead and stand detrás de la silla. Detrás de la silla. You should be behind your chair right now. What about stand encima de la silla? Cuidado, right? Carefully. Encima de la silla. What about stand lejos de la silla? lejos de la silla. And siéntense. When I say this in the class, it's a rush for everyone to sit down as fast as they can because the last person to siéntense, the last person to sit down, is out, and their whole team. Anyway, hopefully you guys can be back in class soon. I hope you're hanging in there. It's definitely more fun to be in person. The only other thing I have for you guys today is the homework. It's going to be on Canvas. I haven't made it yet at the time I'm filming this video, but I'll have made it by the time you're watching it. So, adios, mis estudiantes. Que tengan un buen día.